another day. I don't even know what day it is being in here, but the floors are done, so I can finally move my kitchen set over here and get that out of the way. And then I need to finish going through all of these books. Prayers that this hornet is still not somewhere in this room. Okay, we're back to set up. Floors are done. So first up, we're gonna move the kitchen and everything over onto the tiles, and then we're gonna finish packing these books up. Okay, so this is like the little kitchen play area. I think I have to move the kitchen out a little bit more, but this is what we're up against. I think I'm gonna move this back a little so that it's in line, and then on the back of the shelf is gonna be some games, I think, and then I don't know what else. Okay, so this is kind of how it's going. These are morning tubs. Filing cabinet, like I said, can't really get rid of it, but I think I'm gonna put books in it, and then those seasonal books will go up on this bookshelf. But first, I think I'm gonna put back to school books on the bookshelf. Okay, this is what I have out now. I have a bunch of other books that I want to read at the beginning of the school year that I will put out, but does anyone else get stressed out about how some of the books are covered and they're not like perfectly out? Are there any tips on how to set this up so it's like not jumbled and looks like books are just sewn on it? Okay, but right now I have them in here, and I think I want to find another bucket like that black one that I can put clipboards in so that these last two cubbies. I have 19 cubbies, and right now I only have 14 kids. I know I definitely will get move-ins, but it would be nice to be able to store clipboards and whiteboards down at the bottom there. Okay, in cleaning off the shelf, I have found a bunch of like math mats, if you will say. So I'm trying to figure out like which ones I want to keep because they're just all stacked on top of each other. And so now I have to figure out if I want to keep them and what they'll go with. These are really cool, and I've been putting these in like the manipulative buckets as morning tubs. So these are fun that they can match the pattern blocks with, and they have like letters ones. So these are cool, and I think I'm gonna put these as a morning tub to start off the year. Okay, so one of my team members is here, so I got talking, which means I haven't really gotten a lot done. Still going through these math games, and I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I really need to clean up these shelves so I can put books away, so that I know how many curtains I want to make, so that I can put stuff on the shelves, but then have the curtains over them, so it's not just like out all the time. But yeah, I need to finish going through these games and then take a look at where I can put books. Okay, this is a whole bunch of random today. I just did clipboards and whiteboards, and I have like 40 clipboards. So hopefully one of the new teachers will take some because I don't need 40 clipboards. I also hate storing clipboards. They are the hardest thing to store. Okay, I think next I'm going to clean off all these shelves so that I can start putting books actually on the shelves. But I just don't know where to put a lot of these puzzles and stuff. I've successfully put like recess toys and Play-Doh toys here. Alphabet and word work stuff on this shelf. And then math manipulatives on this shelf. We've got all of the books still to go through, but I did clear off this shelf. So once I go through all of these books and sort them into all of those categories, still get into bins because we have so many bins, and I'll be able to clear this off. And I'm thinking I'm not gonna be able to really clear it off, but I'm gonna put like writing station supplies on top there or over here, or perhaps on top of this. As you can see, there's books galore. So we're still going through books. Okay, so when I do projects in here, I literally have ADHD because I start one project and then it goes to somewhere else, and I set something down on a table and then I start on that table. So I've kind of gotten stuff done, but it's a little jumbled. But I want to show you what I have so far. So I took all of the puzzles off of the shelf and put them back here behind the bookshelf. So now they have access to puzzles and they're all in one spot. Then I've gone through all of like the manipulatives for word work. So these are a bunch of different hunk and chunk cards to make words. I have put magnetic letters in these little things that will be at my small group table. And then I got these vowel teams and digraph ones as well. And then these are the beaded letters that they can put on strings, which is what these are for. And then I organized all of these materials. So basically they have those little beads and then the word cards that go with them. So that's all in one bucket. More magnetic letters. Then I found some math manipulatives and put those in there. So a lot of these I think I'm gonna put over by my small group table, if not in the cupboards. I did clean off this table for the most part, which has been super productive. I still need to go through some of this stuff and figure out where I want to go, but I have all of these foam letters for back to school, for letters, for names, and some more foam stuff that I need to put in the art cabinet. Still have not gone through that, but I did get rid of all of the chapter books and put them in my team room. So I have some book bins in cubbies so far. My other ones are being used for summer school. So I'm calling it a day. I didn't get much done as I had wanted to, just because I started chatting with my new team member, but I did get all of the like toys and puzzles and stuff off of the bookshelves so that I can put books there. I organized the manipulatives and started getting those organized, and cleaned out the actual cubbies. So those are done. My goal for next time, whether that's tomorrow or in a couple of days, is to kind of finish with these books and get those taken care of, and kind of hopefully get those on the bookshelves over here and kind of check that off the list, and then kind of start organizing the cupboards the way I want them. There's stuff in them now, but I still have some more stuff to put away. And then kind of like start tackling actually like decorating, finishing up bulletin boards, putting up borders and that type of stuff. Trying to get a bulk of this mess and all of the tables cleared off before next week. My mom is coming to help me a little bit, and she's also going to make some curtains to kind of go across the bottom of the shelves on some of the stuff that I don't want out all the time. So like the math manipulatives and the language manipulatives, I don't want kids like touching them all the time, and I really don't want to look at just stuff on shelves. So she's gonna make me some curtains to kind of go over those and kind of help me wrap my head around the rest of this stuff, which will be fun. And then the last part of all of that is my desk area, kind of figuring out how I want it to look, my small group area, what materials over there I want. So there's still a lot to be done, and school starts in like a month. Really, it's the first day of August and we go back for our first teacher work day, the 29th. So my goal is obviously to have all of this done the week before the 29th so that I don't have to worry about it. But next week our team is coming together to put together our kindergarten packets to send out to parents with like their bus tags and like all that stuff. So it's getting real. and I got a lot of stuff to get going. So, tune back in for another day of setting all this stuff up. Okay, back for another day. I think this is the first day I've done 2 days in a row. And just looking around, I think today is going to be the day we put the books on the shelves. I know I've been getting to this for a long time, but I think in order to get the rest of the stuff going, this is what I've got to do next. So time to get started. It is so warm in here. It's 88 degrees out, and it's very warm in the school, but we've got to get it done. Okay, so currently what I'm doing is going through all of the books that are still on the counter, and they're sorted by category, but I'm kind of just really weeding out the ones that I don't want. I have someone that I'm donating them to, and they're gonna go to people in need of books that don't have access to books. So I'm really excited that they'll go somewhere, but I'm kind of just weeding out the ones that I don't want and keeping them kind of in the same category. So far right now, I have a book of, this is like machines, cars, that type of stuff, and then these are like little easy readers. And so I'm gonna go through the rest of these and then see how I can fit some of the other books into maybe some of these categories, and then go from there. Okay, what I've been doing while I've been sorting these is they're kind of just all in here, as you see, by like different sizes. So I've been taking them out as I weed them and putting them by size. But as I look at this, like this could go, I don't know. I thought it could go with polar bears, but it's all animals. And so some of these, like these froggy ones, aren't really animals. I would put those in with like the Skippy John Jones and stuff like that. But some of these I wouldn't necessarily keep, and which are the ones that I will give away to the nonprofit company that is going to rehouse a lot of these. But I do want to put a bunch of these in order so that they're easily accessible, and we don't have like big huge ones that are covering smaller ones. But some of these books I'm really excited about because a lot of these I have tried to find before for mentor texts in the upper grade levels, which makes me sad that they were here all along and I could have just asked to borrow them. But it also makes me excited because I know like maybe how I could tie them in to other units, even though the standards in science and social studies aren't really the same. But for example, I was teaching environments last year, and this was one of them that I wanted, as well as like teaching cause and effect. And so ideally one day I would love to be able to just like help teachers plan units with mentor texts and have all of these to be able to share. But like this one I think I might put in fall because it's like Thanksgiving, turkeys, right? I'm not gonna remember to come get it out of the animals bin. But so yeah, we're gonna keep sorting all of these and then tackling to get them on the shelves so that they all fit. Okay, and it's like I just keep finding books. This is the label on this one. I'm guessing animals. So we've got to sort this as well. Okay, I've spent maybe 45 minutes organizing books, and I have downsized to another tote of books for this nonprofit company, and I have them all sorted the way I want for the shelves. but they don't all fit. I need like 2 more shelves. So I think I'm gonna have to go play in the closet to find space for my math manipulatives and my phonics manipulatives to get them off the shelves and into the cupboards. Because then maybe I can free up some more space for books. But let me show you what I have kind of going so far. And if anyone has any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Maybe a better way to do this for kindergarten. I'm assuming that this is going to work for 5-year-olds, but I'm also assuming it's going to be a hot mess. My plan is to label every bucket that these have in it with pictures of kind of what tells them that's in it so that they can still figure out what it is and not be able to read, right? Okay, so this is what we have so far. The ones on the shelves are ones that I've put there, and then I realized that I was running out of space, so the ones on top are kind of like what's left over. None of the bins match. They're not the same sizes, but at this point I don't really care because I have all of these extra bins and I just can't fathom going to buy more if I can just use what's here. But like I was saying, if I can clean off these 2 shelves here of all of this manipulatives and stuff, then this might work. So what I have so far is the ones on top are kind of in the order of where they would come in the year to keep them organized. So we have like community members, and this is apples and pumpkins. Farm, which I guess is something that there's a lot of. Bears, polar bears, penguins, nonfiction biographies, butterflies, caterpillars, that stuff. This is like Pete the cat, elephant piggy, pigeon, if you give a mouse, whatever. And then this is also another random story bin. So I think I'm just gonna put like stories in these on like as the label of different just stories, like fun stories. Then we have like easy readers. So these are all of the like I can read. So I'll probably label that like I can read. This is space. This is fairy tales and Goldilocks. This is transportation, alphabet, counting. This is Halloween and scary. This is I Spy. These are folk tales and fables. Then we have ocean and dinosaurs kind of in there together. This is Franklin, Arthur, and Clifford. This is Cat in the Hat. They're not in a bin, so we'll see how that goes. This is seasons, all of the seasons and weather, and Jan Brett. And so, oops, now we need to figure out how to get these on the shelves. Then over here, I was able to snag out all of these different math books. So these all go to different math topics. And so this one's like directions, and they're just little stories that go with the math topics. And then in this bin, we do positivity projects. So there's different character traits about like bravery and courage and stuff like that. So these are all like SEL books. And I found this really cute set all about manners and stuff like that. So I put these all into one so that I could pull them as mentor texts for little lessons during positivity project. So this is what we have. It goes all the way down. I was able to get those math manipulatives and things put away. And I don't know about you, but I just think it looks so much better to walk in. To clear counters, everything put away. And then these 2 shelves down here, one of them, this one right here, is gonna have a curtain over it. And then this shelf down here will also have a curtain over it. So the only things that will really be showing are the books. Okay, I'm sweating so much, but I have successfully cleared off the top of the windowsill / counter of all books, and they're all on the shelves. They're all sorted. Like I said before, I know it's not going to stay this organized with 5-year-olds, but with expectations set with these kids, I have a feeling that it can work. And so I'm going to make labels for each of them, and back to school, we will spend a lot of time of like opening the library and how to use the library and how to get books and how to put them back. And I really think if you set the expectations and show them how you want it done and how to respect the library, that they will do it for the most part. We could hope. And then I think over here, this is the filing cabinet that I think I'm gonna put these books in the bottom. And then in here, probably just like extra supplies. I could probably put some of those manipulatives in there. And then I think I'm gonna have like a browsing bucket up here that goes with back to school or whatever theme is in the bookcase, and then a browsing box that matches the bookcase. So I don't have to have all of them out. And then I need to figure out these big books. I don't really want them. There's some that I might keep, but I don't love to store them. Then I also have all of these. Now these are those piles of books that go by theme. That the next step is to try and get these into a filing cabinet strategically so that I can pull from them for each theme. Okay, my ADHD brain has got the best of me, and it all makes sense in my head of why I'm doing the next step I'm doing. So I got the books on the shelf. Obviously I should pick up those books, but something in me is just like stressed about where they're actually going, so I'm just gonna leave them there. And so then I was like, I need to start clearing off some of these tables. And so what I wanted to do was put these like supply type things away, and then be able to start thinking about all of that and all of the extra like storage things, and all of that is dependent on me cleaning out this closet. So that's where I went to. So this is the one closet I have. In my other classroom I had 2 of these, and one of them was like an entire shelving unit. So this is what I'm stuck on. That's where I put all of the math manipulatives and stuff. And this bottom one has paint in it. Now in the bottom here was my technology. So then my brain was like, it's time to put the tech in. My old room also had 2 of these really tall, nice bookshelves, which is why I'm having a hard time with the storage. So I really wish I also still had these. Okay, just to show you what I'm talking about, this is what my other classroom had behind my desk. And these ones are locked, but this is because it's in a different room. But this first one is all shelves going up and down. And then the last one has that closet piece. So I'm really sad that I don't have this. And like in my other room, where those bars are on the wall, our desks are attached to the wall, like that. So that's the desk that goes on the wall there. But I really wish I had 2 of these in my other room. Thanks to one of my team members, their classroom's empty, so I just popped in to show you what it looks like compared to what I have now. And so we have 1 closet to work with, which is why I'm having such a big trouble fitting everything, because everything was in a closet upstairs and now it doesn't really have a home in this room down here. So back to what I was doing, I took all of that stuff out of the closet so that the next time I'm here I can start putting stuff away. But the first thing I'm going to do is over here in the corner by my board, kind of try and set up my tech. Unfortunately, this is the only place that I can put it because it's where everything is set up in the wall. And ideally, it's not what I would hope for. Last year, in my room upstairs, everything was right under my desk, and that was like the best case scenario. However, my desk is here. Technology is there. And I really could have, I guess, put my desk over there, but it would have meant moving this giant desk that is really hard to move, and this filing cabinet, and I didn't really want my desk over there behind the bulletin board. It just doesn't make sense. So we're gonna do with what we have, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I remember how to set up this technology. So this is what we're up against. This is my dock camera, and this is the sound box. I did not have one of these up in my room. I did not have one of these remotes, so that's good. But this is the sound box. We have Apple TVs that are up on top of our projectors, and so everything gets pushed into this box for sound that then come out of the speakers in our ceiling, and then everything down here is connected and hardwired into the wall, and the Apple TVs run through an HDMI cord, and it all comes into the system. We have microphones. I don't really use them. And I think these pens go to the smartboard, but these smartboards haven't worked in years. I fortunately got a newer smartboard up in my other classroom during the pandemic and sadly had to leave it behind, but I really don't think they look like they're dirty and haven't been used, but let's see if I can figure out how to set this up. I usually remember, but something looks different about all of this. All right, so we are back for another day. I came last Friday and a friend came to help me. So I've gotten a lot more done, but I forgot to record. But we're here. My mom came today to help, so we're hoping to get a lot more done. The goals are to get bulletin boards up and the rest of this stuff out on tables to get put away, but I want to show you kind of what we got done. So there's still stuff all over the tables, but we got some of the decor out, so it's starting to come together. And then all of these books sorted, and I just bought a little bookshelf to go here. So yeah, the cubbies are cleaned out. Need to fix hanging that up, clean up my summer school stuff, and then work on the bookshelves. So we're getting there. All right, first step is to put together this little bookshelf so that I can put all of the themed books on it next to the actual bookshelf. Okay, so epic fail on that bookshelf. I should have read the dimensions because I thought it was a lot larger than it is. So what I bought it for, it's not even gonna work. But we put it somewhere else. I'm sweating so much. We put it somewhere else, and I think I actually like where it's going and what it's gonna be used for. But now I have to go buy another one with the right dimensions. So this is how big it is. It's literally so small. But I'm gonna put it here with the whiteboards and put stuff for whole group instruction. And you know, I have to buy another one. Okay, you can probably see the sweat all over me, but next step is to tackle this desk area. Like I said earlier, end of year me put my entire desk in a bucket. So now, time to deal with that. Okay, I'm back for another day to kind of set up some last minute things that I've kind of been printing and laminating. My mom came last week and we got so much done, and I didn't video any of it because we were so busy. So I'll show you guys kind of the updated setup at the end, but right now we're kind of trying to put everything up that I have cut, laminate. I made a ton of stuff on the Cricut, so that's today's job. Okay, so I've put up my schedule cards in the sign-in board. I have not fixed the calendar. I moved this stuff to the other side so that my chair would fit over there and it wasn't really in the way. This is set up. Sound wall, Velo Valley. It's not perfect. I need to fix it. This little station. And then right now, I'm getting ready to put up the classroom jobs and I'm going to try and squeeze it here. I'm now thinking that my letters might be a little too big, so let's see. Okay, it's a huge mess out here because part of this is a free table, but part of it is from our team room that they just replaced the printer. We all got new printers in the whole school, but they also cleaned, so this all needs to go back in. But I did my outside bulletin board. So it says future world changers. I don't really love that the polka dots don't match the border, but we're gonna live with it. And then I'm gonna take their pictures on the first day of school and then put them on there. I also added my name to my door. It's kind of crooked, but I don't really care. And then I have this really cute map that I made with my Cricut. Another curtain my mom made. So yeah, we're getting there. Okay, once again, I forgot to record. Also, my coworker was in here for a while, so we were chatting. I've also had Spotify on, and I don't want to get copyrighted for recording with it in the background, so, you know, minimal clips. But I've gotten so much done. I only have like a couple of things left to do, so let me show you what we've gotten done. Okay, first up, I just hung the letters to this bulletin board. I made them on my Cricut and the light bulbs. I hung this bulletin board borders beginning of the week with my mom. And guys, I got that evened out and up first try. So pretty proud of myself. Then over here I hung this, Hourglass Family. I made this little tassel thing with fabric. And then I'm going to take pictures throughout the year and hang them there. I was able to get the classroom jobs put up, and that's done. I got the social studies up. I did the vowel valley and the sound wall at the beginning of the week when my mom was here. I don't love it. I need help from my instructional coach to put it up the right way. Writing, I need to print out the process pages from Lanisha Tab's writing bundle. I got my numbers up and then realized at like number 13 they start slanting down, but I literally don't care. I also got my alphabet up, same thing, not a straight line, don't really care. Got my calendar set up, schedule set up, sign-in board, and everything. I did switch that so that I can get to things. So it's coming together. I really wanted my alphabet above the sound wall and the vowel valley, but it was too big. And now I'm realizing it's not really centered either for the numbers, but I don't really care. I also got all of the labels on my bins. I made these on Canva, so that was good. So really all I have left is to stick down name tags, which I forgot my Velcro, so I can't do that yet. Also to show you, my mom sewed these curtains. These are extra cubbies that I don't need yet. Now I'm seeing that I might need to hot glue the fabric piece to that, but behind it is storage and empty cubbies. She also made this last year, so I just rehung it. I hung up posters. Those are just from my old classroom. I haven't yet made new ones to fill the frames, but they're just gonna stay. Same with these ones over here. I was able to get most of my decorations up. And then there's another fabric curtain type thing over here. These are also 2 extra cubbies. If I were to have another kid, I can just easily pull this over. Have my little buddies up there. These, one of these bins has Play-Doh in it, but the other ones are empty, which is good to have. So it's coming together. And I have that other curtain over there because they're conjoining doors and you can kind of see through them. So I put the curtains up. Sit spots. Yeah, I really feel like I could teach in here if I had to tomorrow. I also added this. I made that black and white one last year, and then I put magnets on those letters. Really all that's left is I want to add up here colored pieces of paper with clothespins on them for them to hang their work. So really all that I have left is to put name tags down, and then really, oh, I have to hang my lights. I have some Christmas lights to hang up at the front, but other than that, pretty much everything is done, which means now I can finally sit down and plan what I'm going to do for the first couple of days. Last year, I had so much fun. At the beginning of the year, I used Amelia Capitosta's first 2 weeks of school activities, and they were so much fun. Like, I have never had a more fun back to school, and I really wish I could use some of them, but they're a little high. Obviously, these kids have never been to school, and I taught 5th grade last year. So that'll be a little bit different. So I've got to really think about what I want to do with that. And then I also just have these things to hang from the ceiling, which should be good. So hopefully the next video is a official classroom tour. So stay tuned.